Y'all mentioned the comedian going off on you and your girl, whatever. So y'all know I went to the Eddie Griffin show,
right?
Right before Valentine's.
You've been outside.
I've been inside.
Big freeze.
So in his stand-up,
outsell,
he got real offensive. And
wait, who? Eddie Griffin?
Eddie Griffin.
That's
very offensive.
Sounds about right.
For real?
Yes.
Crazy.
I don't know him to be like that.
He's very. I'm against all this progressive shit. Pretty much was his stance. Like, yo, so, and it's okay to be against someone. Like, you don't have to just go with it. That's kind of what he was saying. Like, hey, this is what y'all on. He was anti-vax. He was anti.
My question to y'all is, I don't know him to be that way. So when did he become, like Eddie Griffin had a TV show on.
Eddie Griffin had mad major shit.
Yeah.
Like
he even spoke about that. He spoke. Sorry to cut you off. He spoke about that. He said, you know, I had an instance with a guy. He said the last movie that he did was Undercover Brother, and he said on that set, a guy.
That was a minute ago.
A guy had inappropriately, like,
touched him.
Yeah, touched him, and he said he turned around, slapped the shit out of him, and he was like, the dude was like, yo, you'll never work in this town again, and he laughed and said, and guess what, y'all? I have never worked in that town again. Fuck them.
2002.
This is what he said. I don't know the date, but this is what he said. He was like, fuck them. I don't have to work in this town again.
I heard a bunch of
I'm going to stand on my shit, basically. That was his whole. So anyway, I'm saying all of this. Half the crowd started getting up leaving.
Wow.
Which act was he?
He was the headliner. He was the closer.
Really?
Bill Bellamy hosted.
Oh, he was just hosting.
And Smokey Suarez, Tommy Davidson, Adele Givens, and then Eddie Griffin.
It's a monster show.
As a closer.
Yeah, but it's also a great enough show that I could leave.
True.
I could leave before.
So when people started getting up leaving, he was like, yeah, good, I want y'all to go. Like, if you're offended, go. This is comedy. Leave. I immediately thought about Cat Williams' quote, where he was like, if you can't be funny without offending people, you're not that funny.
Fact.
But the way, it was like it was almost like what Dave Chappelle does, and I'm not comparing the two, but Chappelle does it in a much more genius way. Eddie was just really blunt.
Well, then there's no
it wasn't
art to that at all.
And aggressive.
But he did very aggressive, and he did tie it up at the end. Like, there were white people that got up and left, and he was like, "Hey, yo, if you're white and you were offended by anything I said, I was only talking to the racist whites. So I'm glad you left." Like, yeah, those.
I don't necessarily roll with that either, though.
Well,
I wasn't at that show.
I gotta hear it. I gotta hear it.
But I personally have been to enough Paul Mooney shows at Caroline's to where I was uncomfortable.
He goes.
No, I'm telling you,
used to go.
Eddie Griffin was dropping. Let me tell you,
I love Paul Mooney.
Yeah. Eddie
but
said
there were times when you're in the setting,
that's true.
It just feels
around
like,
white people, and you ain't got no beef.
Yeah.
You know the history, but you ain't got no beef. And there's somebody up there for hours
killing them.
The whole bit is about this. Yeah, white people gonna get up and leave, and I felt uncomfortable on some instances.
For them. And on top of that,
for me, shit,
no,
and
yeah,
for
yeah,
them.
it makes you feel uncomfortable. But this is a Valentine's Day show, so you know it's all dates.
That would.
Oh, that's even worse.
That would kill the
So
vibe.
now
That's
it's
even
dates,
worse.
and you're going on homophobic rants. You dropping F-bombs. Like, he literally said, hey, no, I'm not with all of this shit. We're going to call y'all the word that we've been designated, that we've been calling y'all for years. F-bomb. F-bomb, F-bomb,
he'll never
F-bomb.
he'll never get a gig at.
That's how he was going on.
NJ-Pac?
NJ-Pac.
Oh, that'll be the last NJ-Pac he sees.
But it was too, like, anyway, guy get up, his girl gets up and leave. Front row, smack dab in the middle. His girl gets up, leave. So the dude, your girl leaving. He like, yeah, nigga, get up. Don't try to be tough. She leaving. Go ahead. Dude trying to heckle back with him. He like, no, we love everybody over here. That we love everybody. Eddie said, no, we don't. We don't love everybody. So y'all can go get your happy ass. Like, he was going off.
This sounds like a terrible fucking performance.
It really, I mean, this wasn't the whole bit.
Yeah.
This was not the, like, he was the headliner. He probably did an hour show.
Yeah.
This is 15 minutes of it.
At the beginning or the end?
End. Well, middle. Towards the end. Because then he did some other shit afterwards, standing ovation from the crowd. Like, he really did tear it down. Just that part was very cringy. Everybody in it was like, yo.
He can say that he is not, upset about being blackballed, because that's apparently what he says happened to his career. But he's had a little bit of a history of of having a chip on his shoulder. Like, I remember all the way back to like 2007, I did this Black Poker Stars, Invitational or something. It was every comedian. It was everybody from Faison Love, Kevin Hart, right before Soul Food. Like it was Soul Plane. Sorry, it was every single one of them. Wood Harris, Mekhi Phifer was there too. Nelly. It was really big, and he comes in with these 2 German shepherds. It was like the strangest thing. Like he came to the thing with 2 German shepherds, and they were fucking like Belgian police dogs. And they were, and I was just like, "What's with the fucking dogs?"
What was they like?
Oh, hold on.
I told you.
It was just so weird, and like it was almost like these dogs were definitely like an extension of him. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. It was weird.
Around 2 big ass dogs for no reason.
So
for no reason.
Do you feel like him jumping out the window the way he did? What do you feel like happens next?
Well, Eddie said it himself. He was like, I don't care about none of that shit. Like, they didn't stop me. He said, I've had a 15-year residency in Vegas that I'm still on. Like, basically, y'all can do what y'all want. I'm still going to do me.
All right, let me close this for a second. Them Vegas residencies is being used a little loosely.
They are. But if he been there for 15, it is.
Well, then that would be a residency in
of
Vegas.
Some of the hip hop jokers,
yeah.
Oh yeah. I got a week.
I want to see the. You got to go to Vegas and see the residency. There's a million places in Vegas.
Yeah,
that's true too.
It's only a few of them shits with them. It's the marquee. Hey, every week it's fucking whoever over there. But everybody else, you can find somewhere and get a gig. I'm not saying that to discredit him. I don't know, but I need to know more about that. Because that's interesting that you could, if you have these beliefs and you're vocal about them and you have a residency somewhere where? I want to see who is attaching themselves with that.
There was one part that he kind of said, and I agree with this. Because he was talking about, hey, everybody claim y'all want equality. Y'all want to be treated equal. Well, part of that is being joked on. Because if I could joke on you in here, but the second I joke on you, it's a problem. That's not equality. That's actually preferential treatment that I can't say it about you, but I can say anything about anybody else.
That's true. That's true, but
then on the manner you do it is totally different.
On the flip side of that, these people are trying to stop jokes from around the spectrum, period.
What people?
They're not just trying to allow...
What people?
No, I don't agree with that.
That's not true.
Because you can say whatever you want about us.
You can say whatever you want to say about black people.
And ain't nobody stopping
I don't think that's true today.
Okay.
Well, you can without ramification.
That's what I'm talking about.
Not without.
I'm pretty sure
not without screaming and barking and getting our shit off.
I'm pretty sure that if one of these white comedians came out and said, "I'm going to call y'all what we've been calling you for a million years," and then said that, it would it would be a dub.
Yeah,
it would be a dub.
You are correct.
You're right.
There's limits to.
I agree with that.
You're right. Yeah, you can make jokes, but
You're right.
That might be over the line.
No Joe Budden.